Hey guys, this is Josh. This is my tech tip for Sartori's room on Defraggler. It is a Piriform software. This is what the little icon looks like, the bricks. It is a defragging software that is used to replace the Windows defragger. This is my personal favorite defragging software. It's the easiest to use, well, easy to use. I've been using it for a while now. It's free. You can get it off Piriform's website. They'll send you to a mirror site, so I use FileHippo. But onto the actual software. Defraggler can do quite a few different things. To start off, this is your main screen when you open it up. Up here at the top, it tells you what drives you have. So I have 3 main partitions. One is my local disk C. It's my first hard drive. It's about an 80 gig hard drive. You can see down here, it's a 74.5 gigabyte capacity. It tells you your use space and your free space. You get the same kind of information up on this top bar. It's going to tell you my fragmentation status is unknown as of right now because we have yet to analyze the drive, but we'll do that in a minute. So, as of right now, for instance, we're just going to go with my local disk C because this is my main hard drive. And we can benchmark the drive. It'll tell you our overall disk health, quite a few different things. So to start, let's just analyze the drive. So what this is going to do is it's going to tell you your fragmentation percentage. So I have 4% fragmentation. It's going to say I have 60 fragmented files, which equates to about 28.3 gigabytes of fragmented files, just for these ones in particular. And it's going to give us a drive map. So this is my whole hard drive and all of its contents mapped out onto these blocks. And each block represents certain files. So this block is 26 files, this one's 153, this one's just 1, this one's 3, you know, you get the idea. It sorts them out. Each color represents something different, so we can go to our drive map over here, and this is our key. White blocks are empty, blue ones are fragmented files, red are fragmented files, and when we start an actual defrag, so because I have 28.3 gigs of fragmented files, you know, I may want to defrag that drive. So let's do that now. This bottom button here, we can either do a normal defrag or a quick defrag. I tend to do a few quick defrags. You know, a normal defrag, it's going to be a little more thorough, but it's going to take a substantially longer amount of time than just a quick defrag. These ones only tend to take, you know, a few minutes, maybe like 10-15 minutes. It's not that bad, but you know, it all depends on the drive itself and the fragmentation of that drive. But anyways, once we go back to the drive map, we're going to start seeing yellow blocks pop up and green blocks pop up. The yellow ones are files being read, and the green ones are files being written. And it's going to write all of these blocks, or at least the ones that need it. But it tends to double check things and go through everything, so even the blue blocks are going to pop up as green and yellow. But on to the other things. So after we analyze the drive, it says we had 60 fragmented files. So if we go to our file list, it's going to show us all of those files that are fragmented. It tells you how many fragments there are, the size, the type, date last modified, and the actual path for the file. Once you have this file list, you can individually defrag files if you don't just want to do the whole drive like I did. See, our quick defrag's already finished. Got rid of about a gig. Normally it gets rid of a substantially more amount than that when you run a full defrag, but got rid of, I mean, almost a sixth of all the files that were defragged just from that, you know, minute and a half that it was working. So I'm just going to start a normal defrag just to have this running for a little while. But anyways, once we go back to our file list, these are individual files. We can defrag them individually, so if you don't want to do the full drive like I did. From here, in the search menu, we can search for files or folders, and we can examine those ones individually or in particular. These options are all grayed out because I'm running a defrag currently. You can't actually search through things and find files while you're defragging. But on to some other things. This is our drive map like we talked about earlier. And our next tab is health. This just gives you some miscellaneous information about your hard drive. So it's going to tell you your overall disk health, your internal temperatures, you know, just a description of the disk, firmware, serial information, interface, so I'm running a serial ATA, transfer modes, buffer size, rotation speeds, things like that. It's saying these are unsupported because I don't run the full version. This is the free version of Defraggler. There is one that you can buy to use. I don't see the point in it, to be honest. You get like live support and a few other things, but realistically it's not worth the price because it's like 25 bucks. But then our last tab is statistics. This is just saying how many times you've analyzed or ran defrags on the drive, or longest defrag, just a few different miscellaneous things within a specific time period that you can set up on the top here. But that's really about it for Defraggler. It's a very straightforward program. It's easy to use, and literally all you do is defrag things. You can run boot time defrags. You can set it to shut down after your defrag's finished. You can run it, and go to sleep, and your computer will shut off. You can change priority to change, how much resources you actually want to invest in this, so you can actually do other things while you're still defragging, unlike the Windows defragging software, where that just like eats up your computer and you can't do anything else. But I tend to prefer this one over the Windows one for a few reasons. One, it doesn't take as long to defrag, and you still get a really thorough defrag through everything. Two, this gives you a lot more information than the Windows defrag actually gives. It tends to be easier to use, and like I said earlier, you can actually do other things like browse the web or play some, low resource games if you really wanted to while you're defragging. But that's about it. It's a nice program. It's free. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Have a good one.